Hi, my name is Hardik, and today I'm going to talk to you about a few things that you should measure in your business to take it to the next level, to give quality service and make sure that you make enough money while doing that. So the number one thing that you should measure and that will help you course correct the way you conduct your business is called turnaround time. Turnaround time is the time taken to complete the whole transaction, and you can apply the turnaround time measurement to your production, which means the amount of time that you take more or less to deliver the product that you manufacture. Turnaround time can also be taken in the complaint management system. So for example, there is a call center that you have, or people can write to you and you are supposed to respond back to them. You could utilize and measure the turnaround time on that. The second thing that you got to measure is aging. Aging means the time a transaction takes at the same stage. For example, you have an inventory and the inventory of a product A has been the same for the last 2 months. Now that may result into dead stock because it may reach its expiry date and you may not be able to sell that product. In the same way, when you look at your collections processes, you may see that a certain invoice has not been paid. It's still in the collection status for the last 3 months. In the same way, you may also see aging in the sales process. There are leads where a proposal is sent and you got to follow up, but after the proposal is sent, no new action has been taken. The status has not been changed for the last 3 months. Now, if you look at this, if you record this, measure this and analyze, you will be able to make improvements in the right areas, and that will help you reduce your turnaround time, which is the overall time it takes to consume or do the whole thing. And if you do that, which technically means you are doing more in the less time, which means profitability. The third thing that you may want to measure and you should measure is rework, which is any work that you have to do again to make sure that it is done as per customer's expectation. This rework can also be measured in production. In fact, it can also be measured in sales. For example, you meet a particular prospect 4 times. Now that's rework. Every time you go and meet a prospect, you are actually trying to convince him to make your sale happen. Can you reduce it from 4 to 2 or from 2 to 1? Now if you do that, which means that the time invested in 4 meetings, you would have prospected 4 people, which again means you would do more. Rework can also be measured in production. There is something that you made, maybe you're a furnishing company, so you made furnitures, you shipped them to the customer. Customer said, okay, this is not right, and it came back to you, you repaired, it went back to the customer. Now all the money and time that you invested is all waste, and that waste you can protect by measuring rework and then analyzing on what occasions did this rework really happen, and then course correcting that particular portion. The most important waste in the business that you need to control, that's the waste of time by the resources that you have, by the people that you have. Imagine that you have somebody who is supposed to draft a proposal and send them over email. Now the actual work that this person needs to do is of the proposal making. Now if your proposal making is taking 80% of your time and the rest 20% is utilized in actually drafting an email and sending it through, is there any way you can reduce that non-productive time of drafting an email? Maybe you could have a templatized email, which means that the person invests time only in drafting a proposal, which can be emailed via a templatized email, so that the time spent on that non-productive activity is less. This measurement is called occupancy, which means how much time is spent on actually doing the work that really matters. Everything else needs to be minimum time. A lot of corporates or mid-sized companies, or even small companies, give a lot of time is spent on creating reports. Can you minimize that and create a system where the reports are generated automatically so that you do not have to invest your time on that non-productive activity? The more time you invest on doing what you're supposed to do is time well invested. So start measuring all of these four aspects of your business and take your business to the next level of growth. Best of luck. Do not forget to like and subscribe to the channel and keep propelling.